Imagine we gave it away.
Well, what happened at the end of the third film? we can't say, mate. We can't say. We don't even know.
Yeah. As we said to some fans, I think over the last couple of days, it's even tough to know what Peter will leave in and what he won't leave in the movie anyway. I mean, he shoots so much, so it's hard for us to even speculate. To be honest, we're not skirting your question.
I mean, we'd finished most of the shooting, right? And we got told it was going to be 3 movies.
That's right. That's right. So it can go either way. So it'll be our surprise as well as yours, I believe, for the third one. This little kid was going to fall off the chair.
I wasn't sure if you wanted a question to go to the bathroom.
Before you were filming the movie, did you have to read the book so you could blend the character?
You would think so, wouldn't you? Some of us were a little late to the Tolkien story. I read it after, I think I've said this in press so many times, you're probably all sick of hearing it, so if you heard it before, excuse it, but I met Peter, and that was his first question, have you read the book? Well, so what are you doing here? And I told him I hadn't, which was the truth, so he proceeded to tell me the whole story. So I think that's how the meeting really worked, and how I kind of got the job. We got on very well, because Peter likes to talk about Tolkien, and I'm an actor who likes to listen and get jobs. So it worked for both of us. But obviously being cast and stuff, I think I probably read it before it was cast. I'd like to think I did. I'm not that lazy, sure. Yeah. Good question, though. Thanks, mate. Can we get another beer here soon?
I'm in water.
Water.
I'll buy you around.
Good times. Bloody time. See you on the north end.
Yeah.
Some of that salty tap water.
Hi.
I was wondering, what was it like wearing the different the costumes? Because they look really heavy.
Really hot. Yeah.
Oh, many layers. Well, the worst one was our when we arrived in Bag End, I think was the heaviest.
Yeah, that was when we first arrived in Bag End. That was I think my second day of filming, and after that they changed our costumes because they were too heavy. But we were wearing full leather, real steel swords. We had undergarments, real leather, undergarment. It was ridiculous. We had underwear, and then we had fat suit over the top, or muscle suit, however you want to look at it. And then we had cotton sort of nightgown thing, and then a leather waistcoat, and then the leather jacket, and then the swords, and then the bags, and then the fake head, and then the wig.
And then you got to pretend that you're not bothered by any of it. You got to pretend you're a dwarven warrior.
That's why we couldn't bow.
Literally plugging us into these machines that run cold water around our bodies to stop us passing out. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it was my second day, and I thought, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I am in so much trouble. The sweat, I was trying to do a line. I couldn't see it.
Oh, how disappointing is that?
It's vodka.
Cheers.
Hello.
Hi.
Personal Hobbit unrelated question. Are you Doctor Who fans?
Oh shit. 100%.
I'm not too familiar with Doctor Who. I worked with a couple of guys on the thing, and I know it always gets that.
When someone who's dressed as Doctor Who asks you that,
it's pretty
it's pretty hard to say no. I'm not.
We worked with Sylvester, didn't we? He was a Who.
I'm a fan of him, so in a way.
Yeah. And being sort of Irish and close to the UK and stuff, you meet people all the time and actor friends. It's like a thing, it's a coming of age thing as an actor when you work on Doctor Who. Everyone seems to do it. I haven't, but I don't know. I'd like to think I haven't passed that.
Have you met any of the doctors other than Sylvester McCoy? Have you met David Tennant or?
Who's the last guy?
Sylvester McCoy.
I think I probably met him once.
But other than him, have you met any of the Who actors?
The last time I watched Doctor Who, and not because I don't like the program, I just literally just haven't watched it. I saw it in black and white in the 80s. Yeah. They had colour TV in the 80s, but I saw it in black and white.
It's the guy with the biggest beard ever down there. He's about 50.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so loud.
And it really scared me as a kid. I found it really scary.
It's such a weird show, isn't it? It's a weird show. Oh, I love it, but it's weird.
Thank you.
ask you guys to settle an argument I had with my dad a long time ago. How do you pronounce the dragon's name?
Oh,
Smog, as in that crappy air in LA?
I thought it was Smaug.
This is the exact same argument I had with my dad.
You're literally asking the two worst people to ask. Hey, can I just go straight?
Yeah.
We were in ADR, right? Which is, for those of you that don't know, is doing the dialogue or bits of dialogue after it's been shot. You know, so maybe some background stuff or revoicing a line of dialogue. And Aidan and I were in the same booth, and we're in the barrels, and it was like yelling out to each other. No, I can't actually tell you what we're doing. Anyway, Aidan had to yell out to me, and Aidan yelled out, "Keely, are you all right?"
With so much emotion.
And I was like, I'm Philly. And he was like, oh yeah, I'm Keely. And Peter Jackson did it as well.
He does it all the time. He did it all the time.
He's like, Philly, Bandit. Keely. No, you know, when you attack Philly, we literally never got our names right.
Well, he used to pronounce smog, schmog. Balin was Balin and Dwaylen, so he doesn't even have a clue. So we'll find out shortly. Yeah. Question. So your row has not been sorted out.
Hi.
Hey.
My question just this.
Whoa.
Wait a minute.
No, you.
Bachelorette party.
It is like the Bachelorette party. Look, it might not be a good question. You might have dodged a bullet.
Listens to her mother. That's good.
I have to remember my name. I'll cry forever. So.
I have two questions. The first one is the most important one. I got your autographs for my daughter for her birthday.
Is it Jess?
It is.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god! I can't remember my own name. I can remember
I'm impressed.
I'm crying again. What did you do?
So I got her both of your autographs for her birthday as an early birthday present.
Amazing gift.
Aidan, your autograph is wearing off her picture, and she wants to know if you will re-sign it for her.
Absolutely, we'll do it straight up.
Thank you. And then the second question, I'm going to give to her.
Okay.
My mom warned me not to say this, but she just took my question.
Is it about a blue shirt?
No. So basically, I'm speaking on behalf of, like, I don't know, 70% of the internet. Where did you two plan on getting married or whatever?
What day did you say? What day?
What date?
In the summer, probably.
I'm gonna go with summer, yeah.
The New Zealand summer or
Yeah,
or the
well,
hemisphere summer?
we sort it out. We sort that one out.
To be honest, we don't want to jump into anything too quickly.
It's on the cards.
Circling.
It's on the cards.
Yeah.
70% of the internet.
I think that might be overshooting somewhat.
Questions, let's go.
What's up, Chelsea?
Anyone state capital.
I'm like one of those weird magicians. Sit down, Rachel. Sit down.
You got your question.
Yeah, she laughed at me. Okay, so I'm pretty sure like everybody in here is from like everybody is from all different places. Like I'm from New Orleans, a lot of people in here are from Boston and whatnot. Is there any?
Push through.
Okay, is there anywhere in particular that you've always wanted to shoot a movie? Like, is there any particular location?
Oh shit, yeah, there's loads. Oh, there's so many. Oh well, do you know what? Next I'd like to do one in Ireland actually. I mean that's really cheesy, but I'd like to do, and I've been away for so long, it'd be nice to bring it home. Somewhere really sunny, Miami would be nice, I think. Some gorgeous islands, some Caribbean islands. There you go.
Not Miami.
They don't do movies over there. Don't
Yeah,
do Miami.
Some islands.
Why? Not Miami.
You don't want to shoot Miami?
I think New Orleans, yeah. Anywhere.
Anywhere they offer a job.
Yes, It's really boring, but we kind of like it.
Screaming, there's a muffled scream coming from somewhere.
It's a baby.
It's a baby.
It's actually crying.
Oh,
Actually upset.
let him off. Like, he's allowed to do that.
Hi.
Oh yeah.
You don't know my name, I'm sure, because I only
Oh,
get
one
my
second, yeah.
autographs signed with Dean, so he probably doesn't remember. But that's okay. That's fine. Yeah, we've seen, I'm sure everybody has seen all the production videos and everything, and I was watching them and I thought it's so cool being on set. I just thought that would be my dream job, like working on the set of The Hobbit. So can you tell us about your best day that you had shooting the movie, something like that was made you very happy, so we can imagine the atmosphere?
Yeah. Do you know what the thing about the production videos? I think they were very close to the buzz. I think what you see is kind of what you get with them. It was really like that. I mean, we were watching them as they came out in our own trailers, and you know, this is exactly it. This is the buzz that we're feeling as well. So I think that was kind of cool, that knowing that people who are watching these are kind of experiencing similar to what we did. I had a cool day recently on the reshoots. Every day was amazing, really, but not every day, but most days. Where it was just me. Dean's gonna hate to hear this, but it was just me. It was the only day of the whole shoot for me in 2.5 years where I was the only actor with Peter on the main stage, and just to share time with him and to muck around and do stuff, and it was fighting, and it felt like there's a real sense of an ending there for me, because I couldn't share it with anyone. It was just me, so it was quite personal, and that was really special. I remember that quite well. So for me, that was one of many standouts.
And you want to tell us who you're fighting with?
Orcs.
Bloody orcs.
Everybody orcs.
Smelly orcs.
Thank you.
Cheers.
All right, I want actually to say one thing. This next person has been waiting to meet you guys. She actually...
Kathy.
Katrina. No, it's not.
Go, sorry.
Good choice.
Other than the TV show you're doing and Mortal Instruments, what else are you guys going to be working on in the future?
Nothing. What? No, sleeping. We do a lot of sleeping.
Yeah. No Mortal Instruments, yeah, but that's when do I go over? I go over mid-September. I shoot until Christmas. I'll be in Toronto until Christmas, and then in the new year I think I will be doing a movie in Ireland. But that's the great thing about being an actor again. You don't know where you're going to be and stuff, and things just happen really quickly. I didn't know I was going to spend 2 years in New Zealand until months, weeks before it happened, 6 weeks before it happened. So you don't really know, but hopefully things are on the up and up.
Great. Hi.
Hey.
Actually, Dean, I have 2 questions for you.
Yeah.
One, how do you function with this beard on your face?
Yeah, I know.
I've been having so many problems today.
If you can figure it out, let me know.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, we ended up on the last day of shooting, literally. We used a slightly different kind of glue, which you're not supposed to put on your face. Did the job pretty well though, never came off. Well, it came off eventually after scrubbing, but it's hard. I'm glad that you are experiencing that. Have you tried to eat anything? That's impossible.
I was trying to eat pizza and it was just getting everywhere, and it was
Only
difficult.
things through a straw.
Yeah, I figured that out. So.
Miserable. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't have to wear it.
No,
I'm pretty okay. I'm
Yeah,
okay.
hey,
Yeah,
it's all right, hey.
It hasn't sweated off yet, so
Brilliant.
that's great.
Double rules.
My second question, Dean. I am a huge fan of your photography. I was wondering when you would be doing more, and if you would possibly ever come to America to do like an exhibit type thing. Because
I'm always working on stuff. I got some more things that I would like to exhibit at the end of this year, maybe beginning of next year, just as time and work dependent. And yeah, totally thinking about doing an exhibition in the States. I've got lots of friends in the States, and a friend of mine's got sort of a warehouse space, and I thought it might be quite cool to do that in LA. But yeah, definitely want to do something overseas.
That would be awesome.
Okay, hi. So, who would win in a fight? Would it be
This question.
Would it be Mitchell
versus like Keely, who would win that, and who would win Feely versus Anders? Go.
Keely versus Anders. Anders, no chance.
No.
Aidan and I have not seen each other's shows.
You should probably do that. Just sit down one day and just be like, let's watch the show.
That's an interesting question, because I said I think me and Aidan would probably struggle with beer, and Aidan said I would kick Dean's ass.
Yeah, I don't know. It's such an odd question, because I really think about it then.
I've been thinking about it too.
Yeah. Where's this coming from? We're way behind around.
I mean, maybe Aidan's kind of bigger, but I'm angry. So it's
Keely and Mitchell.
Yeah. It'd be a good fight, I think. I mean, Keely's a little scrapper.
He's a little scrapper.
But Mitchell's pretty mean.
He's a tough one, yeah, but he's got a big
he's
heart,
got
though.
a big heart,
I think, you know, an old Mitchell. Mitchell in the early days would have given a proper fight. I think Mitchell, when we caught him in the show.
Season. I don't know. Third season was pretty bad.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah. I don't know. It all depends on what season it is.
How can we find out this answer? I really want to know now.
Figure it out.
How do we do this?
Can we figure this out?
Okay.
You just gotta X around.
Let's figure this out. Get back to me when you figure it out.
Oh, I will.
I want to see facts and figures. I just bought this t-shirt before I came in here. I think it's so funny. It says, "I have failed this city." Hi.
Hey, Sam.
Oh, shit. Susie.
I'd be so cool with that one. We remember because you gave us those hats.
You did, both great size hats. Wicked gift.
Yeah, we're pretty excited about that.
Anyways, you sort of touched already on the end of shooting. I was just wondering, what was the last day like for you, and what's it like now that it's over?
Oh, man. It was really weird, actually. The last day was really surreal. I mean, I did feel sad, and I felt lots of different things. I mean, it was such a long journey that we went on. And then I think I still really haven't quite got it in my head that I'm not working on it. But I mean, I really do feel that way. Like, I feel like I'll be going back next week. And I think if I am, whatever I'm going to feel is probably headed my way. I don't think I really felt it yet.
When do we finish? I'm telling people it's like just
Friday.
Yeah, right. It's not
Week.
Yeah, I guess it does feel a bit odd, but because when we finished the first time before the reshoots, when we had a wrap party and we said goodbye to everyone, and then to come back again, it was a little bit odd, but you get back into it very quickly and stuff. So yeah.
It's Graham probably kill me for this, but Graham's a really sweet man. He plays Dwalin, and Dwalin is not Graham. Really, he's a big, kind of like angry dwarf, and. This is a nice story, but it sounds like I'm passing him, but it's not. But he got unexpectedly choked up when we wrapped, and he started sort of crying, and he came up to me and Aidan, and we thought he was joking.
It's Dwalin.
Yeah, he's got like all the blood all over him and axes, and he gave Aidan a hug, and then he just started crying.
And we were kind of mean, we just kept laughing, we thought we were going
and then he walked away, and we're like, was he really upset? I think he might be really upset.
That's right. Oh, I hope that makes it onto some DVDs.
Well, they filmed it. He come out of the toilet and they're like,
oh, the face is so soft and smiling. Hey there, what'd you drop? Smash, bang.
Poster. Okay. I cried a lot yesterday. I'm
You
gonna
did.
try to keep myself.
Don't, just let it go, baby.
just do a Dwalin.
Two questions for Aidan that would just like make my.
Go on, see you can do it.
First, did you have any archery experience or training?
No, just nailed it straight away, really. No, I'm amazing at that.
He is good, he's good.
Have you ever visited Edinburgh before?
Have I?
Yeah.
Edinburgh? What a strange question. No, well, you're not from there?
Yeah, I was born.
You were born there. I'd love to go to the Edinburgh Festival. It's supposed to be stunning, and the city's supposed to be lovely. It's definitely on the list, high up on the list. So I'll be going. When is it on? When's the festival on?
I'm not sure. I was there until I was 4, and then
Did you?
I came back, and I hope to.
You re-remind me. That's on the list. Yeah, no, so I haven't yet, but I will. There you go. You didn't cry? Well done.
Who's next?
Okay, this question is for Aidan.
Yep.
How big were your parasites?
Fine, very funny.
How did you become an actor?
You guys embarrassed the youngest kids in the audience and nailing the question.
Yeah.
How did you become an actor?
I always liked acting. I always loved movies, you know, and I was always like in the school plays and stuff. But I never thought about it as a career. A casting director came to my school randomly when I was 11 or 12, and I had to give a speech in front of the school. I didn't want to do it, but I was doing it. And she just thought that I'd be right for a part, and so she sort of, you know, took me to an audition and sort of acted like my agent for a while, really. And I sort of got into it that way, and you know, any chance to, no, I shouldn't really say that actually. I was going to say any chance to not be at school, but no, school's a good thing. You should stay at school. But I was like, yeah, I get to dress up, get paid for it, you know, awesome.
Yeah, awesome. I don't know, mine's way more boring. I just, well, this probably isn't good advice either, but I just finished school and I didn't, or just before I finished school, I realised I need a career now. I need to kind of either go to college, and that's not going to happen too easily. But I need to find something to do, and it just seemed like a whole lot of fun. And I took a drama class. It was an acting for camera class, it was called. And actually, my mate who taught the classes in town, I think he might be in the room somewhere. He's not going to wave if he is. Anyway. But yeah, it was that. And then I applied for the full-time course that was, and then I did 2 years, and then did a lot of theatre for 5 or 6 years afterwards. And yeah, it's just fun. I mean, you're going to be doing it for the rest of your life. My mum always said that you're going to be working for the rest of your life, so do something you want to do, and that was advice I never forgot about. So, you know, every day you kind of go, geez, thank God I'm doing something I want to do. You know, I know so many people who are doing jobs they don't want to do, and it seems like that sucks. So.
Thank you.
Hello. Thank you for making my friend's life over there. She's crying so hard, she's sweating off her body makeup. I would like to know what the dwarf group romance was in real life.
In real life?
Between all of us.
What was the group? What was our group, Dino? Who were our mates, or our closest friends?
Billy, Killy, Bofa.
Bofa, Ori.
Ori, yeah. Me, Aidan, and Adam.
Bomber.
Bomber,
when he was around, yeah.
He's great. Oh, I love Steve.
Love Stephen Hunter so much.
Love Steve
Such
so
a great
much.
guy.
I just want to wish him here now. He's the best. He's like, yep, g'day. Alright, yep, hey, how's it going? Yep. You know what's really funny is, well, maybe it won't be funny to you, but I'm going to say it anyway. Me and Aidan and Adam, we went to Auckland for a couple of days. We had a couple of days off, so we sort of, you know, just went up there and we were talking about if we could reduce our personalities down to one phrase, what would it be? And we reduced Stephen Hunter down to James Nesbitt plays Bofa, and his name's, we call him Jimmy, right? Everyone calls him Jimmy. And we reduced Steve's personality down to there's party pies, which are these little pies in New Zealand, which he loves, and where's Jimmy? We'd be like, you know, where's the party pies? Oh, where's Jimmy? And then I went home, we went back to Wellington, and we went to a movie premiere that night, and Stephen came up to me, and the first thing he said was, hey, where's Jimmy? They got party pies. Just like that, like on cue.
Thank you.
So they'd be the tight group. Yeah, thanks.
Hello.
Hi. Hey.
On a scale of 1 to
10.
11.
Actually, on a scale of 1 to geek, how much do you guys know about Lord of the Rings in general?
Can you go down past 1? We know more now.
Pretty low on that scale.
We know more. I mean, Adam called.
What do you think you are, by the way? Just a matter of interest to ask a question like that. Are you up around geek territory there?
Yeah.
I can hear you. Shit, okay.
You know,
Jed Brophy is the
Jed
guy.
Brophy.
He's the guy. He's the expert of the group.
Yeah.
He's unbelievable. Well, I was about to say the same thing. He'd want to be. He's in all of them. Yeah.
yeah, she is.
Hi.
Hey, hi.
So I have a question. It's like more of like what your opinion is.
Yeah.
So what do you think Feely and Keely were doing when the ogres started stealing the horses?
Oh yeah, this question. Well, you know, they carried the pipe weed.
Is it just me or the Doctor Who fans on this side?
Stay with that.
Hello.
Hi.
I wanted to ask either of you, what's it like working with Martin Freeman?
Oh, Martin Freeman. For me, I said it to somebody earlier on, I just melted around Martin. Martin's the funniest man I've ever met in my entire life, hands down. He's just hilarious. I don't know what it's like for him to hang out with me because I just laugh the entire time. It's just so boring. He's just intensely funny. And really kind, generous man. He's a legend. A really cool guy. You'd love him.
Hi.
Hi.
My question is, I know Richard said he got to keep his sword and the map and his key. Did you guys get to keep anything from the set, officially speaking?
Yeah. I got my swords, my 2 swords, but like the real one, like the steel ones, which was pretty cool. Yeah. You were there.
They sent me my bow and arrow. What else they get? Yeah, officially, we did steal a lot of gold on this.
We started off real secret.
And the games, when recently we got oil paintings of our characters that were really cool, and photographs of us on the last day with Ian Cullen, which were really cool too. They're going to send them on.
Oh, we got our Lego. We got like the first edition of our Lego figures, which personally was awesome. Martin Freeman was probably the most excited about that. Actually.
Yeah.
I know that on the internet, some original fans of Tolkien were angry about adding rather more attractive dwarves.
What do they know? When they were there, no one said Phil and Killy were ugly.
Did you guys get
They go Phil and Killy, in brackets, the ugly dwarves. No, never said it. Sorry, I'm just joking. You finish your question.
Did you guys personally get any flack from that, or like any email, or?
Actually, people seem pretty pleased.
There might have been some, quietly angry glances in the corner.
Finally got the microphone. Aidan, this is for you. I was wondering, do you think Mitchell could have ever recovered after the Boxcar 20? I love Mitchell so much.
No.
Do you think
No,
he
I
could
don't
have ever
think so.
redeemed himself?
It's a tough one. I mean, all these questions were asked us up when we were shooting it, and maybe so, but then it wouldn't have been Mitchell or something. And not to sound really cheesy about that as well, but I think he had been through so much anyway, and we never forgot the person he was. I mean, when we caught up with him in series 1 in the first episode, I mean, he was changing who he was, but for years and years, for decades, he'd been this guy, and he was a murderer, and he had done these things, and he's a real. What's that? He's a real, he's a full-on vampire, and I like the way we didn't forget that. I like the way he struggled with it and had that internal, moralistic struggle, but he couldn't forget who he was, and I think he did the right thing by getting out. So it was the tragedy that was in it, but no, I don't think so. I think it was what it was at that stage,
Do you think being a vampire and being alive for so long brought out more of his like the bad personality traits, or do you think being a vampire was that bad personality trait for him? Because a lot of vampires are made out to be that being a vampire is the bad personality trait.
Yeah, well, I think he was aware of that, and that was his struggle too. He wanted to be a real person. I think he found the joys of humanity, and he wanted to, and he started off that way too. It's hilarious. Oh my god. But yeah, I mean, it was. That's why I always loved the ending. I mean, he didn't see an out, and he felt like he was in the right thing, and I thus believed he was doing the right thing as well. So I don't think all vampires are naturally bad, but that's why it was interesting playing Mitchell, because he could play the really good stuff. Then, you know, that was always there. It was always there, but you could fight through and play him as a real person. They're the really interesting choices, I think, as an actor, and to play a character like that. Yeah. Good question. Thank you.
You remember now, don't you?
Did you rub that off, by the way? Don't answer.
Don't look at me like that.
Actually, you guys give me a black Sharpie, that'd be good. We're going to go into the same issue, I think, with the silver joke.
Hi.
Hi.
I was just wondering what your favorite part of playing Philly and Killy was. Like, what's your favorite thing? Yeah.
Look, for me personally, I think some of the action sequences are really fun. You know, I can't really tell you about it, but in the Battle of the Five Armies, there's some cool stuff coming up, and shooting that was really, really fun for me. Yeah. What about you, Aidan?
What was the question? The best bits about playing and Killy. How's this for cheese? Hanging out with this guy for 2 years was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Having a good buddy and a close friend on set almost every day is great. A lot of stuff we do together, we get to hang out, you know, invariably because of that. So yeah, hanging out with this guy was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was a big highlight for me. There you go, Dana.
I was going to say
drinks on you, mate.
Yeah.
I had a question about the 47 takes that you guys had to do.
Oh, look, I said 47.
Yeah.
I mean, thereabouts.
Did you guys ever get him back for that?
Give me what?
Did you ever get Martin back for making you flub so many times?
Well, to be fair, it wasn't all us that were causing problems. You know, they had to match shots. There was a lot of technical stuff they were trying to do too. It was the first time they saw me and Aidan together, so there's a lot of establishing stuff there. But yes, we got hassled mercilessly. But, you know, like the camera operator was like, 47 takes, Steve. Yeah, but you know, I think people were also quite sympathetic to us that day because, like I said, we were so covered with gear, we couldn't move. And it was like my first or second day, I think, and so I was just basically terrified. I had no idea what was going on. I was like, what is this bag in? And Aidan had been there for a little bit, so he was a bit more kind of casual with it, but I was just been thinking, is this what you do every day? I mean, like, yeah.
Does everybody know how Dean hurt his leg? He fell off a fake goat.
I did. I landed on it, and it wasn't slow motion. It would have looked like I landed, and I was cool for about a second, and then I went.
The funny thing is, they have to keep that take in the movie, so if you see him jump on that goat, that's the one where he screwed up.
Because I couldn't do it again because I was going, flip.
Hello.
Hey.
I was wondering if you guys had a particular song that would help you get ready to be in character and start acting.
Just the Misty Mountains remixed.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't do what.
We couldn't listen to anything. We got big ears.
Yeah,
big ears.
never
And
work.
stick anything in there.
Never work. I don't know. I
That
remember
weird.
before they go on set, listen to music and get pumped up. I've never
Because we get called, you know, maybe 5, 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, we wouldn't go on until late in the morning, probably more likely the afternoon. So you don't really know when to get ready. I mean, if you turn up and like all pumped to go, then you'd be like 7 hours
That's right.
later.
A lot of hanging around.
Still
You're up and down all the time. It's not really like being an athlete or anything like that.
And Peter likes to sort of, rather than rehearse a lot, he likes, let's just film the first one and see what happens. So you sort of learning, you're getting it on the go.
But when we do the photo shoots, they play the music. They play the Lord of the Rings.
Oh, they do. Yeah.
They think it inspires us. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. We're just like, can you just put on something else? Yeah, it does help though, doesn't it? Sometimes you think, oh yeah, this is a big, dramatic, epic movie. You know, it's not like kitchen sink drama, so you've got to remember that.
Hi guys.
Hey.
I have a question. Out of all the roles that you've had, do you have any lines that remain like your favorite or? That
I never remember any. I don't.
Killy.
This way, quick!
Yeah. Hurry! Duck. Over here.
Hi. I was wondering what's the best piece of advice you could give just about like life in general that you could give to someone?
Oh my.
You're asking the wrong people, I think. Dina, what do you think?
If you ask me the meaning of life, done, but about life, ooh. Man,
that's hard. I mean, look, how do you say without sounding it like an idiot? I mean, I think it's important to be happy and to strive to be happy and do whatever you do to bring that around. You know, I mean, no matter what you're doing or whatever, if you're happy doing it, it seems like everything's all right, eh? So I don't know. That's a tough question.
For me personally, I reckon trust in yourself, really, because I have gone through periods of time where I haven't trusted in myself, or secretly sort of, you know, believed something would happen, but it took longer than I thought or whatever. And, you know, I think if you kind of trust yourself, you know, then stuff can happen around life, around you, but you'll still kind of have your center. And, you know, that's kind of helped me out, I think. But, I mean, wouldn't follow my advice. I mean, don't take my advice.
So this is kind of following on the life advice, but
Which device?
Man, the life advice.
life advice. I know. These are important questions. Foolproof hangover cure.
You know what don't drink these days. And this works every time. No, it's the Bloody Marys. It is.
Yeah, the Bloody Marys
work
are
every
great.
time.
It doesn't feel like the right thing at the time.
Yeah, it's great. Vodka, best drink, tomato juice.
Yeah.
Good times.
We have many a time discovered that.
Do you have like a mimosas feeling? Yes, no, yes, no.
Mimosas. What's a mimosa
You just
again?
need that. You need the vodka and the tomato juice and the Tabasco. It just makes you feel like you're not.
Mimosa is the champagne and orange juice, is it? Yeah.
It's a little fizzy and it
Nah, I
hurts.
can't be doing that.
You have to drink it like
Bloody Marys for me, yeah.
Bloody Mary.
I know what I'm talking about.
He's Irish. He really does.
Hi. I was wondering who was the biggest trickster on set?
Oh, Martin.
Yeah, the funniest and the biggest trickster, and yeah. And he had a lot of time to do it too. We weren't always in the mood to joke around, being in the costume and stuff. And Martin could fly around in his little hairy feet and his jacket.
Had Peter Jackson dropped any hints about any Silmarillion filmings?
Loads, not telling you anything now.
That wasn't answering the question.
Hi.
Hey.
I was wondering, we all know how like the Fellowship and the Two Towers cast is really close. Do you think you're going to be that close with the Hobbit cast?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. We live on different hemispheres, you know.
Well, yeah, but...
Yeah, I think by and large, yeah. I think some of us, you know, made some really good, strong friendships. And I think, I would like to think that they would last, yeah.
Yeah, not with the older guys though. John Collin.
Yeah, Mark
So are you jealous that one of you got a bigger beard than the other one?
Wait, it's not really. Oh, I mean the mode.
You hardly had a beard at all, and everybody else had a beard.
Me? Yeah. No, I looked out. No, I won that one, I think.
That's the worst.
What's horrendous? It's worse than anything, actually. Watching the beards being stuck on. It's so hard.
Imagine getting like a Bichon free and just sticking it on your face the whole day. That's what it's like. And then when you watch those guys at lunch, it's just awful. It's like being at an old person's home. It's like there's just food everywhere, and the beards just
Oh, even every time you talk, the bloody things that go like this. Not fun. So yeah, no beard envy from me.
I actually ate my moustache a little bit. Because I had, Aidan likes to eat, like, they do these things like this, just like nuts and berries and stuff, and he had a cup of it and he gave me some. And I was doing that, and I bit down on my little metal thing on the bottom of my moustache, and I was like, it's the hardest nut. Oh, and I realised I was like eating kind of my character.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm a big fan. So my question is, what aspect of your characters do you think might relate to you the best?
Both very handsome.
I agree.
That could have gone either way, that joke.
Good crowd, DNA.
Good crowd.
What do you think about the fact that they found those little Hobbit bones in New Zealand around where you guys made that movie?
What?
They found, archaeologists found these bones of these creatures that look like humans except they're smaller, and they're calling it the Hobbit skeletons or something.
You would think you'd know about this, wouldn't you?
Tolkien fans were right. Oh man, jokes on us. I didn't know that, didn't I?
Hello.
Hi.
I got a quick question. When you guys were singing the Blunt the Knife song and all the songs, when you guys were recording, were you on the set, or did you go back and do additional recording?
Yeah, all of it, all of the above. We did it before, didn't we? Right? We did it before we shot it, because they played it. They had a loop. They were playing it back to us. Then we sang it on set. Well, I'd say singing. I can't sing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm messed up.
Yeah, and then did it again where they turned me really far down in the mix. So I was playing a lot, so I was sick of that song by the end of it.
After that, no,
never.
I mean, literally never.
Not gonna happen.
I think we sang it. I mean, I did some pickups later on, so I actually sung that song by myself.
Yeah.
First day with Andy Serkis, first day on set, juggling plates, trying to sing a song. It's kind of one of those things it must be a nightmare. It must be a nightmare.
Thank you.
Nice.
Hi guys, I'm like all the way back here. We're in the cheap seats here. I just wanted to ask you, I know in the original series, the whole fellowship got tattoos and stuff. Did you guys talk about that, or?
We talked about them getting tattoos and how ridiculous that was. We got a ring. They gave us a ring.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. I think I lost mine though. I know, it sucks. I left it in the hotel in London.
Stephen's got stolen.
Stephen's got stolen. Yeah, that's what we got him another one, I think. No, we didn't really get anything. We were kind of we didn't need it. There's a lot of other merchandise. We're never going to forget about each other, I don't think. This Hobbit thing is going to be around for a long time. So I think we're all right without the tattoos. Thanks very much.
Are you guys doing signings later, or is this it?
I think that is it.
I missed you guys. Okay.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I should also mention that if we are ending at 5:45, we have 5 minutes left. Are we still ending at 5:45?
Why don't we take 5 more questions? How's that?
Exactly. I think
all right, 5 more
everybody
questions.
work together, help each other out. Let's get 5 more questions out there.
Sorry, I can't sit on the back row.
Thank you. So can I ask 2 quick questions?
Oh my God, you're not going to be liked.
Already the system is.
Okay, I'll just. My question is, since I'm just this Batgirl, I feel I need to ask, who is your favorite superhero?
Dangerous with this crowd. As a kid, I loved Batman. I loved Batman.
Okay. Can I say it at the end of the 5 questions and have a think about it, because I have obvious ones in my head and I don't want to say it. I want to have a think about that one. Give me a minute. He said Batman, crying out loud.
Batman's my favorite too.
Hi.
Give him a minute.
wait for the translation. Answer the question.
Sorry about that.
What was the question? What was the question?
Oh, I didn't ask it. So what was your favorite kind of in-between shot and kind of off-camera part of filming?
I liked working with Andy Serkis on the second unit. He's a lovely guy. He was a lot of fun, and he made this set. There was a different energy on Andy's set as well. Obviously, Andy knows Peter's work and how to shoot his stuff really well. So it was a joy to work with him, and he felt very relaxed and stuff. And it was always a lot of fun and antics and stuff with Andy. He's just such a great guy, lovely fella. So anything on his set was really cool.
Hi there. So I was just wondering, since you guys just finished filming, what was the funniest or most fun thing you think you've shot?
You mean like funny for us to shoot or funny for you to watch?
How about both? Is that two questions or is that one?
Two.
Okay.
Well, I just think that sometimes there've been moments where we've been laughing and it's not a funny moment.
Yeah. Actually, I've seen a little bit of this stuff. When we do ADR, what Dean was talking about earlier on, yeah, you can see bits where we're smiling now and again. Martin Freeman would always crack us up because he knows that we laugh at the top of our hats. So you can see the back of shots sometimes in more serious scenes. Us two kind of laughing. It's not very professional, but it's fun to watch. So look out for that.
I mean, I've said it a million times, but watching Stephen Hunter get stuck in a barrel, it's awesome. That's so good. Anything, basically, Stephen Hunter dresses Bomber doing anything.
That's right. You said this as well. That was the funniest thing of the 2.5 years for me. Just watching Stephen Hunter, watching Bomber. Anytime he walked in the room, anything Bomber did, anything he said was just hilarious all of the time. He's a ridiculous character. I love him.
You were asked a question about hobbits in New Zealand earlier, and I've just graduated college with a degree in anthropology and sociology.
Oh, yeah.
And one of our classes talked about that. It's actually called the island effect, and what it is things either get larger or smaller if they are isolated to a certain climate or environment, and the Hobbit was a prime example of that. It was a normal human, only it ended up shrinking to the size of a child to
Jesus.
That explains a lot.
Thanks for that. 5'8". Alright, we got time for one more question. I'm actually gonna ask you guys a question.
Yeah.
Who came the furthest to see these guys? I know one person came to
We have Alaskan in the back. Alaskan in the back.
Kansas.
You must have paperwork to document this.
Cleveland. We drove 10 hours in a car.
How about someone anyway outside of the States?
Yes, we have Scotland. Yes,
Canada. Isn't that part of America? No, I'm just joking. It's because I get a lot of people going, "Oh, you're from New Zealand." I'm like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Yeah, which part of Australia is that?" Yeah, I'm just joking. No, I know Canada's totally separate, but you're joined. You touch. They're like neighbours, friendly neighbours.
I thought we had a Scotland, no?
Yeah, we did a bit of Scottish.
Yesterday we had Scotland. You were born, that doesn't count.
Alright, last question goes to the person who was furthest away, and it looks like that was Alaska.
So I came all the way from Alaska to see you, Dean.
Yeah.
As soon as I heard you were going to be here, I booked my flight right away. But this question...
My hair, by the way, used to look like yours. Just like, when I was like 22 to 25, I had hair like that for years.
I think I've seen pictures of that.
Yeah.
It was the coolest thing when we did photos earlier on today, right? Yeah. And when you were walking off, you just Dean, can I get a hug, man? And you just gave him the biggest hug.
It was the biggest hug.
And I was waiting on the hug. You were like,
I was like, oh,
here we go. You didn't give a shit. Sorry, buddy.
People like, they're either fixated on you or fixated on me, and we're like, it's great.
But this question is actually, I'm asking it for a friend. We all know what happens, at the end of the Battle of the Five Armies, and I just...
We won't tell you anything.
We won't tell you anyway.
We were just wondering if there were actual tears on the set during shooting for that.
I tell you what, I can't tell you about that, but no, I can't tell you about the other thing I was going to tell you about as well. I mean, there were tears. There were tears as we were finishing the shoot. Absolutely.
We're going to take one more last question since that had to be a non-answer.
Yeah, sorry, man. I would love to tell you guys. I really would, but you know, we'll get sued. By Peter.
Please stand up.
Be prepared for everybody in here outside asking you to prove that.
I'm not from Saudi. I'm from right next to it in a small country called Oman.
Oh, yeah.
And I just wanted to say hi because I'm a really big fan. But I'm gonna give the microphone to my friend because he's had his hand up for the whole night. So.
Oh man.
Yeah, you're on my grudge list. Seriously.
Don't blow it, buddy.
I won't. How is it working with Ian McKellen?
Amazing.
Incredible.
Amazing. He's such an inspirational man. I mean, he's so lovely. You kind of wish that you guys would know how great he is. To hang out with him for a couple of years was just extraordinary. He's so kind and so generous and so funny. And he doesn't need to be because he's Ian McKellen. He can do whatever the hell he wants, but he isn't. He's an inspiration and one of my all-time favorites, I think. Yeah.
Me too, absolutely. Everything he said, absolutely.
Oh, and one more thing. My friend wanted me to ask if I could get a hug.
From over there.
Yeah.
Go.
I think we all felt Dana's move. I think you guys are gonna get huggled to death.
Cool. There we go. Well, thanks so much for coming. And
Thanks, guys. You've been really lovely.
Slain. Exactly.